tight. No fear, no tilt, just the thrill of the fight. Price action, rule book, Fibonacci might. Sweating each second in the digital glow. Markets wild, riding highs, riding lows. Futures unfolding like a thunderstorm show. Let that profit rain, let me feel it flow. NASDAQ dreamers don't give up, no way. Price charts got us every single day. Money on the line, no time to play. Fibonacci's wisdom show us the way. On the edge of glory, trading in the night. Every candle tells a story, money's tight. No fear, no tilt, just the thrill of the fight. Price action, rule book, Fibonacci might. NASDAQ dreamers don't give up, no way. Price charts got us every single day. Money on the line, no time to play. Fibonacci's wisdom show us the way. On the edge of glory, trading in the night. Every candle tells us.
All right, good morning, November 1st, 2024. And it looks like we're kind of in a little bear flag is what I'm thinking. Let me get rid of this. I'm going to use per hour as my purple lines. And I don't even know if I'd go, maybe I would just go like right there. We'll see how that plays out. A little harder to see, but definitely you can see it on the other charts. So here's kind of the bigger picture. This is the hour chart. And yesterday I was thinking we were going to come down to around 1993 or 4 or 5, I don't know, somewhere in there. And we didn't quite make it. We made it to 2009, somewhere in there, 2010. So today, as long as we stay below this CPR, the central pivot range, the bottom controls at 20,1112. Then wow, I mean, there's a big area. It's a big area. I don't know if this is going to be a chop day. Oops, I forgot about Michael. Because this is normally when I would say, yeah. There you go. You're in. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yep, you're in.
Testing.
Yep, loud and clear. So my thought was that, I mean, look how big this CPR range is, right? So it usually tells us 112 up to 250. Usually tells us potentially it could be a chop day, just an area we just chop around in. But if we start to get a move on, we drop this, maybe this bear flag, then who knows? Maybe we'll just fly on down. You can see yesterday we hit the support of this. This is a 240-minute, 4-hour buy gap. And I got to hurry up. Only got a couple minutes. I got to be a little quicker. I need my timer on so I can see. And so it looks like we're dropping it now. I got 40 seconds. So this is support down here from 55 down to 12 or 10 or something like that. So got to be cognizant of that. And we could come down. Here's another support down here to 964, roughly 65 down to 939. So anyway, some areas of that I'd be watching. Here's the 15-minute chart. Here's that hour. Looks like bear zone on the hour chart. You can see we're dropping down below it. And there's open. So let me go to a 2-minute chart. get rid of these. These are just distractions. There we go. Went up and tested that. I'm going to wait for the 1 minute to close before I do anything. Current gap fills about 23, which is a sweet spot for me. All right, then we're going to go up. Okay, we're up to midnight opening. Just smashed VWAP. VWAP. Good morning, Kofper. Good morning. All right, we have VWAP here, and then we have the 1 minute weighted. So I'm just going to kind of just chill out a little bit. Might just be a buy the whole way. Okay, we have came up and hit target 1. It's going to be small targets today at 20,105, which is also 1 minute weighted. Probably, for me, based on my little system, not a bad for a little short. Even if I just get, I'll just shoot for, see if we can get a quick 20. Came up and hit my target 1, which was also 1 minute weighted moving average. See what happens here. Got to get back. Here's the back to the 1 minute opening range high, which I like to see. We hit target 1, came down to the open 1 minute opening range high. Nope. Tried to get out a little bit down there further. It didn't do it. Picked up my 10 points. That's all right. Okay, I moved back above the 1 minute opening range, which is 20,105. And I'll probably go long. We also have a 5 minute gap fill at 110, so I might even wait for us to get above that. But I can also reverse very quickly. So okay, see what happens. We did break this guy, it looks like. I can't even really get a good line on this. Might have to look back at hindsight and say that was a good play right there. Came back, retested it, and took off. But let's see. Just being patient. You know, look, we're up 78. ES is up 28. YM is up 229, 230. So let's see what happens here. All right, there's a move up. Might just smack that because we're early in the game. That's 110. We're also at the bottom of the CPR, central pivot range, at 112. So you got a lot of obstacles there. That's why I'm kind of just, yeah, I like the long, but I don't like it. All right, so we're retesting 105. I would actually take a buy right there if we get back above that. But if we drop back below the 1 minute weighted like we are, And if we keep going, get below VWAP, then I like the short. That's how iffy it is right now. It's like it can go either way. I put a 1 minute trend line up. And if we come down below VWAP and the probably midnight opening, I would probably go short. Let's see, my short trigger. I would probably wait for it to get below 80. So that's my thinking. All right, we came down and filled the 5 minute gap with 4 minutes left on a 5 minute candle. So that, in my opinion, is a little bullish. We are back below VWAP. Just a little hesitant on the short. So see what happens here. Just hanging out of VWAP. I don't feel so good about that short I took, in that I didn't capture. I should have been a little more aggressive and tried to for that 400. I got 200 of it, but just wasn't as good as I was thinking. Okay, so we're just out hanging out VWAP, so I'm just hanging out. My thinking on the short is something like that. That'd be the short and long of it. That's about as much humor as you get from me. That's right. You know, really, I'd like this to be at 79, the short, but I'm just trying to give it a little space. And 81 is the 1 minute range opening range high. So coming back up. So this has done exactly what I like to see it do. Is we created the 1 minute opening range somewhere in here. We came up to target 1. We came back down to the opening range high. And then ideally, I like to see a move up. Just haven't gotten there yet. We just got a few obstacles here in our way. And it's not that I'm bullish or anything like that. You can see we're still above in our potential bear flag. Okay, we'll give this a shot. And I'll come right up here at 53 would be my target. I might be a little tight here on my stop. 10 points just might not be enough. Let's see what the Nvidia is doing. Apple's going up. Nvidia moving up. Well, kind of. It's up $2, but it's currently in a little retracement. All right, so I'm long there. I could go in protect mode, which is probably not a bad idea. Up 300. So Okay, I'll lock in 10. Nope, not yet. Come on, baby, get up there. If we can get a move up. We just hit target 2, which is at 130, 129 roughly. Okay, I'm going to lock in 28. Might be a little tight. Moving my stop around just so I don't get hit. But I'm going to go ahead and accept 28. Stay up there. Trying to hide behind target 2 at 129. And I'm just going to go right below target 3 at 150.350. I'll go to 150.175. All right, I'll lock in 500. And oops, didn't get it. All right, locked in 470 or so. I'm good with that. Nice little win to start. Couple wins, two for two. Probably should have just rode that out somehow. That's right. All right, so we just hit target 3 at 153.50. And potentially coming up to that top, where I put that top thing on the hour chart. So we'll find out how good of a line that is, or whether it needs to be adjusted here. I'll get rid of my sell. Again, I generally don't care. Well, Hyper, if you go to the hour chart, it looks just like a bear flag, but you know, we'll find out later today, I guess. Or tomorrow, or Monday or something. They may keep it, prop it up today. I heard potentially we could, one second. I know some people potentially are thinking that we go back up for the next couple weeks, another push higher. Some of the Elliott waivers. So a good way to start the morning. It did exactly what I like to see. Move up, come back down to.
You've got the S&P. S&P PMI coming up.
Oh, okay, beautiful. At 10 o'clock. Or 9:45 or 10.
9:45. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. So here's the 15 minute. Let me get rid of these. And then here's the hour chart. A little bigger picture. I think it's a lot clearer for me when I see this chart. I see, okay, I understand. So potentially what I would do is put this down here now, since we kind of we use that bottom, we use this one. You know, I might even do something like that. Get rid of this one. And then double it up. And unfortunately, I might have to go to here. Because this would, that might be close right there. We'll let that go, and if it have to, I'll expand it up to up here. Which just means that we can go quite a bit higher, up to, you know, 20,200. But right now I like this in between this point and this point. So it's the best I got right now. It also rejected right there, so I'll just leave that up. And it looks a little better on this chart. And we'll go from there. See how that plays out. So there we go. All right, I'll go back to, we'll take a peek at the 5 minute real quick, see what we're doing. So we kind of closed the 5 minute gap here. We got within 22. These are little observable things that I like to look for. If you're a fair value gap type of person, you know, I say, okay, where did we come up to on that 5 minute gap? And if the 5 minute gap was, the high is at 122, and so far the low on this is 126, so we got within 4 points. So I kind of register that in my head and say, okay, what we got within 4 points. So if I'm going to place a buy stop here or something to take this long, you know, if I wait here, I may not ever get hit. So I sometimes go about 3 points is kind of my thing. Now, if I would have did 3 points today, I would have missed it, but that's okay. You're going to miss trades. So, but if you would have taken that, or if you would have just jumped in, you know, somewhere in here at 30, you already got your 10 points to 40 points, whatever, 20 points. So anyway, as we run, those are things that I look for and look to see, hey, what's happening here? Why are we doing what we're doing? So we got 40 seconds left on this 5 minute. So this will be, for me, it'll be a tail on what we're going to do. Let's go back to a 2 minute. Let that kind of play out. All right, so let me look at the 15 minute. I forgot to put in my highs and lows, so. All right, some big areas there today. So 15 minute opening range low. And the high. All right. adjust it here now. All right. So kind of a aggressive move up. See if we can hold it. So at this point, am I interested in the long above here? Well, not really. I mean, we've got this hour trend, potential trend. We only have 2 points down here, so you know, I can either move it here or move it up higher. So I'd just be a little cautious of it. If we bust up, then obviously I'll go back to the hour chart and move that guy up. But just kind of what I'm thinking right now is of 951. But I also like this right here. I might be a little late at doing this, but you know, something like this. So I'll give that a little shot. Now, because we're coming back up to that purple line, I will protect as soon as I can. And we'll kind of see how strong. Well, there we go. Nice push up. Oh, damn it. Missed. Back in. Sorry, I was trying to get my stop out of the way and I couldn't grab it. So now I'll give it just a little leeway, 3 points. Not a big deal. You know, for a cash account, I wouldn't give it 3 points. I would just know I would hit the stop button, but my stop would be way down below. We do have some things in our way above here. And I might come up here. And where's our pivot there? So our next point, our pivot's up at 182. I like 179, somewhere in there. Anyway, up 300. So I'll go to 10 points, 54, 64, lock in 200. There you go. I'm out. So, do I still think this is a viable trade? Yeah, because we're still staying above here, above that little trend line. That would be my stop out, right around 148. So we tried to bust above this trend line, couldn't do it. Might even be a short. I'm going to wait for this 5-minute candle to close. If I did take a short, it would be very tight. I would drop it down 5 points probably. And just say, well, either we're going to go short or, but right now we're staying above this trend here, this line. Five-minute. Oh, what did it give me? Another doji-like candle. Could be a continuation up. Looks like that's what it's going to be. All right, we got a top of a 5-minute sell gap at 174. We're above the 15-minute opening range, so that's 165. I might even take the long here and just try to use that opening range high as my stop. I'll give that a shot. I mean, it's not a very good stop, but it's there. And we're above the 15-minute opening range. I'm going to reduce my loss. How much can I reduce it? Not a lot. I probably should have gotten a little closer to 165. And then I could have given it a 5-point. But I'm in at 169. If I go to 165 or 164, I'm right at the 15-minute. I got to give it at least a point or two down below that. So 165, well, I'll give it 164, 163, somewhere in there. So I'll sacrifice 120 bucks to make probably 400 if I can get it up there. We got the pivot at 20,182.50, so that would be an area that I'd probably look to take profit on it, really quickly, just because it's a pivot. It's a good resistance area. First time we hit it. We're up 150. ES is up. NVIDIA is up. NVIDIA is now up 358. ES is up 41 points, 40 points. NASDAQ is up 147, and YM is up 269. And we're just kind of stuck here. All right, got taken out. Should have been below that 1 minute gap fill at 161. I still think the long is the play. Okay, so now I'm going to wait for a little pullback or something to get in. The 1 minute or the 15-minute opening range high, we're dropping below it. Oh, looks like they're going to try to stay above it. Probably going to look back at that and say that was the entry right there. And here's why. The 15-minute, I mean, I could really, we could take this and move that like that. So we're coming up to the pivot. It was a good long. It's just going to be noisy. You're just going to have to give it some room. All right, so we hit the pivot at 182.50 and rejected, just like I said. So it's already direct, you could have got 20 points on that, just on that move. Okay, so for the short to come into play, 150, 175 on the 5 minute. Not a big fan of the short, but I will play what they give me. Okay, let me get back to a 2 minute. We're kind of hugging the line. Okay. There's that short. Damn it. I wasn't watching. 151. See if we can come down to around 127 would be good. Four, 151. Just adjusting some other stops and trades I got going. All right, we're dropping back down below this little trend line. We fell back behind that one. We got a new 5 minute candle. Wouldn't be surprised to see it come up to 151. Or hopefully down to 127. There's a buy gap down here. Okay, 152. is the 5 minute. We got a 1 minute way up here at 157. And that was it. Closed out the 5 minute and dropped back down. Okay, looking for 127 now. Come on, baby. And the 1 minute may not be done yet. $157.75 is the 1 minute. Still have 3 minutes on the 5. Retesting the 15-minute opening range break. There we go. Good, nice little fake breakdown. I was slacking. Because the 2 minute, I should have put this down as soon as the second candle was in. There we go. Back above the pivot. Oh. Yep. See how it reacts. Which platform would I use? Come on, Streamlabs, shit. Probably, well, I use my own money. I do have a cash account, and I do use NinjaTrader. So I like Ninja just because of the low margin requirements, you know. Especially people with small accounts. You can, you know, basically trade ES with $500 and NQ at $1,000 margin. So if you had 2,000 or 3,000, 5,000 in the account, probably 5,000 I would play the minis. Anything less than that, I would probably play the micros. No, in fact, I know I would. And then, you know, your goal would then be to build that account up using the micros, because the micros you can still play 5, you know, 8 micros and maybe just take profit at, like, you know, every 10 points or something, right? But then you got to have your make sure you have, you know, your obviously stops, and then take profit at like 10, 20, 30 points and don't worry about it. Then your goal would be, you know, depends on the, you know, like if I was doing, let's say $1,000 in the account, or let's say $2,000 in the account, I would shoot for on 2,000, I would shoot for 200 a day, right? And if you can do that, you know, consistently, you can build that account up pretty quickly. You know, when you get to 3,000, then I would shoot for 300 a day and just increase the amount of micros I use. And then your goal would be to get above 5,000 to 6,000, so then you can start playing the minis. Then the minis, I would start with 1 and take profit. You know, again, like if I'm up at 5 grand, I would shoot for 500 bucks. So I might have like, I might take like 1 contract and try to get 25, or take 10 points, you know, $200 a pop, and try to do that twice or 3 times. So this was a good trade. Good trade. This would have been a good trade. We're back over the pivot now. And I'll see how this reacts right here also. You know, platforms are, the platform, it's what you like, right? It's what can you get up to speed on the quickest. Now, at the same token, you also got to think about margin rates, and like TOS, you know, I don't even know what their rates are. I just know they were crazy years ago. That's why I switched to Ninja. And you know, but TOS had a margin requirement of like 8,000 to play NQ. You know, so if you put on 4 contracts, you got to have 32K in there. So it's just a matter. It really is a matter of what you like. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, plus you got time lags, and everything else. It's just, you know, I did it for a while and said, okay, this is just crazy. Plus, that was when TOS was having a lot of problems, so I switched over to Ninja. I think in 2014. It's the first time I started with Ninja. So I started on their level 7, or their 7, Ninja 7. I think it was Ninja 7. So I've been with them a long time. So for me, I love Ninja. I think, you know, the charts are clean. This is a pretty clean looking chart, right? Easy to see. Okay, so here's something I've been watching, and my mistake, because I'm trying to identify it sooner. I'm still not quite there yet, but here's what I've noticed. So we're obviously in a strong market, right? So we were up, I don't know, whatever we were up, 70, 50 points, somewhere in here, right? We made the move up, and what I've noticed, because I like to study things and think about things, is this first pullback here, which you put a trend line across. Okay, buy that. Nothing wrong with that. That's a good play. Let's see what we got. We took, or we didn't take, but it went up 34 points. So you could have definitely got 20 or 30 or whatever, kept a runner, right? Well, on this trend line, what did we do? When we came back and retraced, we came back and kind of tested this trend line. And then if you put a trend line down across there, this is the actual buy. So it's almost like I think of it as a stutter step. You know, is the market's going up? Oh, let me get back here. We'll retest some things. Okay, just like here, same thing. We go up. Okay, let me come back to the opening range high, and let me bust up. Okay, beautiful trade. This one, same thing. So after this happens, we get past what I call target 1 on my 1 minute opening range. You look for the next stutter, and this was the stutter. And then you take that long and you keep a runner. Now, if it comes back to you, because then I always like to do something like this and say, well, that was kind of my play right there. So as it comes back to you, actually, what I should do is this. Okay, so your play was actually right there, closer to here, right? But you then take and wait for the next stutter. Well, actually, this was the stutter. So I only usually play 1 stutter, but in this one case, we had 2. But it's the same move. When you do that little stutter step again, put your trend line down, and if it comes back through there, this is the buy. This is the buy for the day. Anyway, it's just something I've watched, I've noticed, I'm starting to track, and I will start getting a little more aggressive and taking 4 or 5 contracts right in here. And just let you know, and maybe taking 10, 20, and then letting 2 run. Just that's how the move, I've noticed that it plays out, and it's like, wow, I've seen this too many times now. So I'm going to call it the stutter step. I think is the best name that I can remember. And you see it if you start going back and looking, even on the down moves, you get the same thing. It's the first after market opens, and you get a strong push up. So it's almost like the first flag, right? So here's we come up, bam, we make a little flag. Something like that, something like this, right? There's your little flag. Bam, we bust up. Maybe the wind wasn't strong enough, so we had to come back and retest it. And then the next move, or even this one, if I would have taken 5, because that's my game plan. You know, you got 30, so I would have taken them off 10, 20, maybe 30. And then you definitely get out one here because you're back across the trend line, and then you can hold 2. Now you would have had to hold 49, 149, 132. Yeah, no, I would have been out. But I could have picked it back up right here. So anyway, just something I've noticed, something I'm watching. I'm going to start to play that pretty heavily because I've seen this day after day, and it's like I used to always say, you're going to say buy at 138. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So, but what I see is this little stutter step. It's just, man, it's money, and it pays. So you have a flag here, you have a little mini flag or retest, and then once we got back over the 15-minute opening range, that's your cue that, okay, that's a buy, 165. Could have bought here. Bam, sold, got back, and then don't be afraid to get back in it, because this is just going to be a monster now. You know, you already got 81, probably going to go to 100. But I'm all right. I'm up 675. Put that across 5 accounts, it's 3K. Put that up against 10 accounts, that's 6,000. It's not a bad day. That's the power of prop firms. That's what prop firms get you. You know, plain cash is good, but it's one account. And if you can have, I think 3 with Ninja at the most. And you have to justify those other 2. And all you got to do is tell them it's just for different strategies. You play different strategies with those other 2 accounts. But with prop firms, you know, Apex, you can have 20. So, you know, you take $600 or $700 for the one account and multiply that times your multiples, and bam, it can get exciting pretty quickly. But it's tough to do. It's not easy, as we know. Anyway, strong delta. You can see the delta here. We're up 3,200. It's just strong. It was strong since here, roughly. Since this big candle is where we went, we started really pumping. Again, another indicator that this is a buy. pretty steep trend line. Oops. So let me see something here. Oh. Might already have what I'm looking for. Huh. What I was looking for is a flag. So I'm looking for NinjaScript to see if we can identify these flags. That way I don't have to build something that's already built. Yeah, this is the... oh. We have 6 minutes for IB, right? So this is the top of the IB at the point at currently. So that's what this box here is, right? That's the high and today's high and low. I always like to do this too. 50% is at 156.
Top of the CPR.
That's the top of CPR? Oh, that box. Gotcha. Yep.
Yeah, 252.
Yep. Here, let me put let me put this on and see if it's too much, then we'll take it off. That's also top of the bear zone. So here's top control up here at 252. Yep. So on the bear zone, what I like to see is when we come up through, ideally for me, this is like money. Right? Again, same thing, you respect the top, come down, hit the bottom, retest it, and then blast off. Now, a lot of times you won't get that big of a move, but you might get something in this range. So, and then if we're super strong, we just blast up through it, it doesn't matter. Which apparently is what we're going to do today. See, I mean, this, when I look at the chart that you guys see, I look at it and say, oh shit, there's just way too much shit on there. A lot of people can't deal with it. Oops. Don't want to do that. You know, a lot of people can't deal with a lot of, drives them crazy. So yep, there's top control, 250, 175. Yeah, see, that's too much. I'd rather keep this chart clean, and then if I can always go to a 5-minute chart and show it. NinjaTrader Paul. Okay. We got IB is going to land in 2.5 minutes. Here I need to compile 2 or more times. All right, so let's wait for IB to launch, or to right around 257. I don't know what kind of reaction we're going to get. Still got a minute and a half left. All right. I don't know what that. I just put on a flag indicator. It's actually both. It's an indicator. Oh, those are just the indicators. It's a strategy. Intraday flags. Well, we pushed a little bit early, but we're above the top control. There you go.
There it is.
Yep. So IB is set at 271, roughly, right? Let me quickly look at an hour chart. Quick might be the funny thing there. Yep, just blew right through that, baby. All right, so we're in a probably a 60 minute. Yeah, it's a 60 minute. Oh, 240 minute fair value gap. A sell, right? The top is 288. Oh no, that must be the, is that the hour? No, it says 240. What is this then? That's the 60 minute. All right, so we got a 4 hour gap here at 286, and then we have the 1 hour, the top of it at 369. I guess this one's more important. Let me put that across all the charts. We'll see how that reacts there. So what is that? 86 from 71, so 15 more points higher than this. Okay, let me get back to a 2 minute. No, stutter step is it's a flag, right? So it's basically on the move up or move down, you know, on the bigger picture, you know, where are we heading for the day? So like this one, we're obviously moving, we moved up, right? We don't know that down here, but what we do know, or what I do know, is what I've observed is on this move up, we came and we put a little flag in, and this was along right here, 144. And then here was another little stutter step, right? And here was another move up. So that was another 163. That could have been another long. You know, this one might play out as another. You know, ideally I would like to do something like that, but until this closes, I can't. I'd like to get a red candle here, and that would make me feel pretty good. You know, so you could basically stare, you know, there's a saying, right? Take the stairs up, elevator down. Well, think of this as like, this is just step one, step two. Normally, a lot of times they don't give you a step. It's just step one, and then it takes off. Well, this time it gave you two steps. So you had kind of platforms you could jump off of. You know, maybe this is another one. I don't know. I won't know. I got 33 seconds. I'd like this to come down, you know, below this, so I could do something like that, and then come down a little further and then move up. That would be the best thing. You know, otherwise I got nothing to pin anything on. The only thing I've got is I've got a line that I could say, well, take the long above here. Right. All right, so we got another one in. Not ideal, but it's there. Okay, we're back at below top control. 252, right? Yep. Let me get rid of this. That's what I have for my 1 minute. Okay, 248 was my 5 minute. Fucking Streamlabs. Let me turn that shit off. How do I turn that off? Dashboard. Chatbot. Cloudbot. That's what it's called. Okay, so far we had a reversal right at the IB, right at the high. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, no, that's right. All right, see if we can come down to 208. Be good. Okay. Got a 5-minute fair value buy at that area. And I would expect it to come down to now to 192, 193. Maybe punch a little bit lower than that. All right. All right, we came to the 1 minute weighted, hit that at 180. If we drop below that, then the short is kind of on, I guess. Yeah, you sucker fish. You head back up there. See how that plays. Yeah, that's what I tried to do. Didn't work out. My stop was a little too tight. But we came down farther than I thought. I was expecting 192. Came down to 179. Sucker. Could have been a nice long. So now I'm going to wait for it to cross above this trend line or back above here. Although we are bullish, 180. ES is still at 47 points, and Dow is up 395. Drop back below, looks like the pivot would be a short. 1 minute weighted, just like right there. Had to pick up a little energy maybe. New 5-minute candle, and that's about where the previous is. So I'll wait for it to drop below the 1 minute. I'd hate to get it right at the 1 minute, but I might have to. Oh, couldn't even move my target out of the way. Gosh, damn it. Oh well. Worth $200. It was a good 10-pointer, I think. Or 20 points, I'm sorry. I don't know what I got there. let's see, I'm set up for profit at 80. So it was a nice little 20 point. All right, so where would I grab it again? Probably the same spot. I don't know if we get up that high. Oh, there you go. I'm going to risk half of what I just made. There's a chance we come all the way up to 195. That's the 1 minute 1 minute gap fill. So a good chance I lose this, because I really don't want to go up another 5 to 10 points. So I'm going to drop this down to right above that wick. We're now below the 1 minute weighted. I'll drop it down a little further. Just I don't want to risk. You know, I just made 400 bucks, right? 20 points. So I don't want to give it all. I want to, you know, I want to keep as much of that as I can. Come on, stay below. There you go. I'm out. Damn it. And what are we going to do? We're going to take off. All right. Got a little FOMO. Jump back in. See if we can ride that baby down. Come on, get down there. Just so dangerous right here because of the 1 minute weighted. All right. Give me money back. So I'm watching the 5 minutes, see how we close. Can we close below the pivot? It doesn't look like it. I don't remember what I gave back there. Probably 20 points total. Okay, so now move back above this trend line and I will go long. Probably back above this. I don't know what that is. 5 minute sell gap. Oh no, it's that buyback. Probably should have just kept that 20 pointer and said, oh, that was good. Wow. Well, they got me a little confused now. They put a nice little potential reversal candle on the 5 minute and then they dumped it down below it. So it kind of nullifies it. Here's what I'm looking at on the 5 minute. There you go. So I can delete that. You can see it right here. But when we came back down, it's just like, oh, so that kind of nullifies it for me. If we would have stayed above 196, then I can see the long. But I'll have to wait now. Looks like a short. Come back down, I'll take that. Just trying to decide what are we going to do. VWAP's at 145, so if we can get down to VWAP, that'd be a nice little 30-pointer. Come on down. Got a minute 30 on the 1 minute on the 5 minute and a minute 30 on the 15. Oh no, that's a 5 minute. Damn it. 6:20 on the 15, which 15 minutes short was at one. Oh, that's NVIDIA, man. I'm all over the place. All right. Got to get below 157, 156 on the 15 minute. But it doesn't look like we're going to do that, does it? Oh. I gotta edit a strategy. Nope. Looks like it might be a buy here. Oh, come on, baby. Don't come down and retest that trend line. All right, we're in a 5 minute buy gap. Huh. We're still up 180 points. ES is up 46 now. And the Dow's up 404. See if we can get a good strong move up. I'll try to lock in 226 if I can. If not, I'll take the 220. They're fighting to try to go up. There you go. There's 230. Come on, break above that. Let's go to the 78. Yep, I'm out. All right, took my 400 back. I'm back up to roughly 915. Probably got more legs on it. I was happy with taking it at close to the 61.8. So look on these things, you know, you can actually play them almost on any time frame. They're there. Right? I mean, if we look on the, you know, I like to watch them on the 1 minute. Here's the 1 minute. And this is what I was watching. This is what I watch. And, you know, you see that move. This is where I had it originally. You see that move going across, you know, your buy-in could be at 192. You would have had a 6-point move against you. And you'd still be in this trade 192. You'd be up 40 points. Yeah. So this is what I told somebody one time. All you need is lines and boxes, man. Lines and boxes. That's all you need to play. Michael, where you at? You're quiet. Did I lose you? There you go. Now you're live. Yeah, I can hear you now. I gotta have a better way of signaling. You might have to do it in chat, because I'm watching chat now at least a little bit better than I used to. And if you could, yeah, tell me if you can't, you know, something, because your mic went down. I hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. So something disconnected you. I'm not sure if, you know, if you got a phone call or something.
I have to fix this. It's certainly late. I have to fix it.
Okay, I understand.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. All right, something like that. You know, the buying and selling on with Ninja is pretty cheap too. So it really depends on your, what your risk tolerance is, what your, what your goal for the day is. I used to always say, how much money do you need? Right? It's because it's not a matter of, it's not a matter of anything other than how much do you need, Because if you only need $500 a day, which is $10,000 a month, it's not a bad life, right? I mean, yeah. So what's that number? And that's the number you need to decide. I can't decide that for you, but you decide for yourself, right? And say, okay, I need to make, all my bills are $5,000 a month. I don't know. I'm just throwing a number out, right? So you take that 5,000 divided by 22 days, 22 generally trading days a month, and it's $227. So then I'm like, okay, shit. I mean, I think I've given one 20 point, then one bad 20 point, then a nice 20 point. So you're up 20. That's 400. So that right there would cover pretty much your whole month, at least for the day anyway. 10 points and 23 points. So I'm up 53 points roughly. Right? Give or take. So I'm at my goal. And then if I multiply it times 5 accounts, 10 accounts, whatever. Wow. So let's say your goal is 200. So let's say you either use your own trading money or you use a prop firm. And you get 2 accounts. And your goal is still 200 a day. Maybe you have a cash account. Maybe you're just going to duplicate that cash account onto one prop firm account. So your goal is $300 a day. Right? So really your 300 then turns into $600 a day. That's $3,000 a week. It's not bad. It's not a bad system. That's playing conservatively, right? I mean, that's $300 a day. And all you need is one of these breaks, on one of these trend line breaks. If you would have just been aggressive and taken this point here at 192 roughly, right? And you needed 20 points. Which wasn't much. I mean, bam. Let's say you put in 2 contracts. You only need 10 points. That's not much. It's not even that candle. And maybe you sell one at 10 to get your $200 and you have a runner. Go to break even. You'd still been in that trade. Still be in the trade. I don't know. So it's just a matter of, the question is discipline. And for me too, I struggle with it. Is the discipline to stop trading. I think that's what probably 90% of the traders have to struggle with. So, tough one. It just comes to self-discipline. And somebody once asked me, well, how do I get the discipline? You get it by failure, in my opinion, unfortunately. Right? When you finally had enough, and you finally say, fuck, I'm going to quit trading. There's no reason for me to continue trading. I met my number. You have a goal. If it takes you 10 minutes to get the goal, wow, get on with your life. Go do something else. Or watch the market, study the market. Look for the little stutter step moves on the way up. Right? This move. And then look for those for the big winners. on that move down. 70.2 roughly. Also the top of the bear zone. So it's just a little sloppy for me. I would have liked to have seen it stay confined within that bear zone. I don't mind a little pump out like this, you know, 176, 20 points. That's a little excessive, but I could see people got, you know, you turned a lot of buyers into sellers. Okay, I can see that. But then we got right back in it, so I'm good with that. And now we've shown some resistance here, little rejection. So I would do this. You know, I like this better. And maybe that was just the retest of that. We'll see. We're also in a 5-minute buy gap right here. So I'll move over to my 1 minute. Oh, this is my 1 minute chart. Let me go to 2 minute. There you go. And I would put this line Oh, and I missed that. Drinking coffee. Gosh, turned my head. I wanted to take it at 226. But that's okay. I'm going to switch accounts here. So I switched accounts to eval. I'm going to take a little risk there at 271. Let me check that risk. I can't remember what that white line there is. Let me go to a 15 real quick. The 1 hour. Okay, that's the top of that 240 minute sell gap. So what I'm going to do, I might do here is go back to a 2 minute now. All right, I'll still take the risk. How many points is that? 71 to about 85, so 14 points. What I'll do is, as soon as I take it, I'll move my stop up to IB. So if it takes one off, then I'll still be able to get in the rest of them here to stop, break even, and it won't be too bad. See, sometimes it's better just to use the bar, the top bar, to get a nice little trend line break. I almost took it at top of top control at 252. Probably would have been a better play. 252 to 271. So would have gave me 20 points. And then the move up another 10 or 20. And just because that 240-minute top of the line or top of the box is here, doesn't mean we have to stop there. We could just blast on through it, but I think historically it will be some kind of resistance. Alright, here comes some fireworks. Let's see what happens. Oh, let me put this like that. Again, this is an eval that I'm going to just let it play, see what happens. I don't care if it... Well, ultimately, you always care, right? So to say I don't care is kind of a little strong, but... Don't like it so far. You always want to see a nice reaction, you know, like a bing bang. 30-point move up. Oh, come on. Tried to move my stop up. Didn't like that. I'll give it another shot. Nope. That's just not going to happen today. So if we could come down to 256 or even 244, 5-minute gap fill and the 1-minute gap fill. Okay, so 1 minute looks like it filled. $252. Yeah, potentially. Hyper, double top. Close to it. 3 points. Got in within 3 points of the 5-minute gap. I'll see if I can chew this down a little bit. Forty seconds on the 5-minute left. So potential reversal right here. Short for me is below 247. Oh, missed it. See if we can come down to 228. Got another buy gap down there. This is a potential stopping area here at 243. I'll take one off here. Looking for 227.50. Oh, come on, you turd. Let's see, what do you got up there? Not much. Back above CPR, 252. Come on, get up to 64. So a little late on my entry. Should have been 54. Can close the gap around 255. 30 seconds left on the 5 minute. I don't know if I'm thrilled about that candle. I'll take one off here. Really want to hold above 260 here. Well, I think it's created a little bit of interest now at 272. Or if they bust through it, we might get a little run. Obviously, we got to get above 276, and that might be the real number to blast it off if it's going to do that. There you go. There we go. All right, now the real number is that white box there. White line, I mean. See if we can get above that. Gonna have to push it. Come on. Need some buyers to step up. we go one more time. Come on. All right, so working my way back on this eval. But on the hour chart, the reason why I put that line there was this 240 minute, right? It's where we've kind of topped out at so far. Haven't been able to get above it, close above it. Still got 27 minutes on this hour candle. I'll see if I can get a reload back at IB. For ultimately the move higher. Give it a little shot. Oh, turd. Thought you were going to blast up. Nope. Ah, you turd, going to come and get me. Nope, we're going to lose it here. This was a sell. They may have filled the some more sellers up there is what I'm thinking now. Let's see if we can stay back below IB. I don't know, might take me out here. Yep. Let's see, what did we go? 271 down to 263. All right, last shot. Come on, baby, let's go. Drop it. Let's get the sellers in control. Oh, come on, take me. Take it. Take the bait. There you go. All right. Got one off for 10. I dropped my other guys down there in case this is going to be a sell the area up there. I'll try to stay right above IB. And see what I can get out of this. So if I go like this, this is my 15-minute chart, which I'm good with. Go for today's low. Up to the high. Not even at the, didn't get to 11. We need this one at the 23, which I'm actually good with taking profit right there at the 23. And I'll bring this guy down. I don't know if this will sell the top area or not. Or we picked up the rest of the sellers that were stranded there from yesterday. I don't know. But if it is, I'm going to try to write it down. If not, I'll get taken back out for a 8-point loss. And it looks like maybe that's what's going to happen. We'll see. So the 23.6, reason why I went there, in case they play the move, which is come down to the 23.6, come back up to the 50 or the 61.8, and then come down for the next levels. So that's kind of why I'm set with the targets that I'm set. We can easily go right back up too. I mean, we're in a strong market. We're up 244 points. ES is up 58 points. And the Dow is up 530 points. So obviously a contrarian move, counter move. We'll see what happens. It sounds good, right? I like the 231 because it is above the 1 minute weighted also. Okay, so we'll go down to a smaller time frame chart. Let's look at the hour chart real quick. Okay, I get nothing from that. We still have 27 minutes on the hour chart, so I don't think it's going to just come down and turn red. I can't see that happening. So that leaves me a little like, this trade might not work. You know, could we come down 231? Where's that at? Could we come down to 231 and then go back up to here, 250? Sure. I mean, all within 30 minutes? Absolutely. So it could still play out, right? And then we'd still give like a green candle. Maybe we stop at something like this at 244. And you get a little like a little topping type candle, and then we reverse down. Absolutely. You know, something like this, but maybe green, you know? I don't know. Maybe it's going to be red. But anyway, that would still play into my premise and hit my targets the way I want them to get hit. So I'll go with that. It's all within the realm of possibility. It'd be great to come down and hit this 233. That would be pretty exciting. But at the same token, I don't want to give away too much, so I will decrease, separate up my, let's target 2, and just go into a little protect mode. And let's go to a 2-minute chart now. Yeah, so it's hard to tell. This could just be another little Texas two-step. So hesitation. What did I call that thing? I don't even remember what I called it. Stutter step. This could just be another little stutter step up, right? We're back, trying to get back above that. Oh. Come on, baby. Come get me a 233. Actually, I'll go up a little bit higher now. Michael, you in this? Come on, baby.
No.
Okay.
Short term.
Yeah. 15-minute chart. I want to go back to that real quick.
Wow, look at that.
Oh. I just want to put that on all charts so I could see it. Okay, so I'm actually need to get above. There we go. Oh. There we go. That's why. All right. Now I got it. Oh. I don't want to give all this back. So I'll move that guy up. That's still nothing. 10 points would be 259. We're at 258. So I can't get that much. Come on, baby, drop back down. Well, go back to 2 minute. Hopefully that's not too noisy. See, and I do like this because 50%, look how it kind of respected the 50% here on this move up. So I actually kind of maybe like this. Oh, got taken out one. Probably going to get taken out two. That might have been it for the down move. All right, I don't want to lose any money on this trade. So if we drop back below into CPR, I will take probably a couple down. Again, I'm looking for 233. Take one off. Yeah, maybe not. I'll let it go. I'll take one off here. And I'll take that other one off at 233. Guess I should have had a little more conviction in my plan. Oh, we haven't made it there yet. We did double bottom there on the 1 minute. Come on, let's go. Holding out at the high there, the CPR high, top control, as they call it. 252.25. Doesn't seem to want to break it. It'd be nice to actually get below this guy right here at 231.75. That would actually be the place I'd like to see break. Okay, took that one off there. Okay, what did we leave open up here? Not much. No 1 minutes and no 5 minute gaps left anywhere. All right, took me out. All right, good play. It was still a good play. That might be all we get, or might just beginning. All right, I'm going to take 10 points here at 233, maybe. I still want to be in on this trade. I think there's potential for it to go pretty good distance. But at some point, we're going to have to make a move back up. So, and I think that move will come right around 233, 230 area. So what I'd like to see now is a punch down and to grab this. Otherwise, man, it might take me out here. Might not matter. Come on. 5 minutes closed, 1 minute's closed. No reason for you to go up. Come on, baby. Let's go. You can do it. Okay, maybe you can do it. Okay, we got 3 minutes on the 5 here. Let's see if we can get back below 43.50. That would be a good thing. Again, I have a reason why I want to take it off here. If we get there, 233. That's the should be close enough. That should be the 23.6. And I'm always looking for a move from the top to the 23.6 or even a little bit further. I don't mind it even coming down somewhere in here. And then a move up. Let's say we get down there, a move up to 258, 265. So maybe the top of this point would be a good place to kind of map out. That's about as high as I'd like to see it go. But I need it to come down first. We're going to fight the 1 minute. Come on, push down, baby. At 238. Hopefully that's not as low as we can go. Actually, a move down to 227 would be good. 227. That's pretty close to where I got it. Okay. There's a 5 minute buy gap there. Okay, took me out. Now this guy, for right now, I'm going to bring him up or down to break even, a little bit lower. If we get down to 227, I'll move down to 233 at least. Okay, there you go. So there's that move. So 43, 33 will give me 10. All right, I'm good with that for right now. We could just keep barreling down, and then what I'm doing is kind of silly. That is a possibility. But let's just see. Do I want to play this long up? No, not really. That would be silly. Okay, so we're going to go a little bit lower than what I thought. Which is all fine, as long as we get back up and make the move up. Okay. And then now I'm looking for a move. I don't really like to go past the 61.8 too much. I mean, it can come up to the 70.2 or even the 78.6, but I prefer it not to. And what I'm going to do is just put this here, and I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to change this color to gold. So that I know that's my 50%. And then I'll actually put, I'll put one more up here. That's kind of my line in the sand. Now I'll have to adjust it. If we go lower than this, I need to adjust those, but we will see what happens. Like I said, we could just keep coming down. We don't have to make this move. I just prefer it. It gives me a great entry right here. So this would ultimately be my entry for the short. But like I said, I may not get it. So I did mention I would like to get below this guy. And looks like we're going to do that for sure. But we're going to go lower. Okay, so we broke this guy here. So hopefully this will play out. We're a little bit low. I don't usually like to go that low, but I will adjust accordingly. Providing we don't make another lower low. And now my entry will be here. So ideally what I would like to see is a move up. Here, I'll do it over here. Another minute left. All right, we got a lot of time left. We got 2 minutes left on the 5 minute. We came down and hit a buy gap, a 5 minute buy gap. I got a sell indicator on my trading view indicator. So move down, move up, and then the big drop. Let's see if it works out that way. Just gotta wait now. Be patient. Close enough. Good respect of the 23.6, though. I do like that. If we come down and just start falling from here, I would not like it. Because I don't have a way to get in. That's why I wouldn't like it. I mean, this would be my way in, and I would not like that. So, well, just gotta wait and be patient, see how it's going to play out. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're in a 5-minute buy gap. We also came down and hit that trend line, which is interesting, on the hour chart. It just goes to show you can throw a line almost anywhere, and at some point the candles will come up and respect it. Right? Still looking for a move up to 248, roughly 240, somewhere in there. You know, the worst 258 and extreme 271. little bit of buyers coming in. What's that worth? If we cross this at 229, let's say 230, 248, so 18 points. So the top of CPR is at 252, central pivot range. Right there. So really what I would like to see is a move up to here, the 61.8, and then I can put a buy or a sell right here, 247. I just don't know if we're going to get that high. So for this, so this is the 38.2. Okay, we hit the 50. That's good. Just keep cruising up. And maybe that's all we get. Okay. Nice little gap down to get the bearish gap down. I'd like to see that filled. I'd rather bet on DJT than the election. My paper trade puts are paying. Oh. Where's DJT at today? Oh yeah. He had some bad news at the polls. My understanding. I think Michael was looking at it, or someone was looking at it. I think maybe you brought it up, Piper. When it was at 40 something, right? Is that when you put the short on?
Yeah, it went up to like 57.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, going up on just nothing. So it's definitely a put play. That's holy crap.
Well, I was looking at the $10 to $12 puts for 3 weeks out, and I think I was gonna have to pay $2 for them, because when you guys were talking about them, I looked it up real quick.
Yeah, it's,
I was thinking, well, let me get something.
Before today's expiration, obviously, like the other day,
Yeah.
they were fairly cheap. But next Friday, because of the election, they're crazy expensive.
Yeah, that's why I went out 3 weeks, I think. Let me see. There you go, D. No, wrong one.
Yeah, but you go out 2 years and go buy 10 puts. You know, that could easily be a zero. That's worth zero.
All right, so now it's getting my attention here, because we came up to the 50, right? Rejected. Now I want to just make sure before I jump in. We're back below the 23.6. All good signs. But I think I'm going to wait just a little bit longer and make sure we're going to make the move down first. Yeah, so I think I was looking out to the 15th. So you could look at the 15th and they're at, well, I was looking at the $10 one because I was thinking it's going to go to $5 or something. $12 is $1.02. That might be too far.
Those are like 70 cents.
Huh? Which one? So 15th of November's?
The 10 puts at 70 cents.
Yes, the
Yeah,
10 puts.
15th November.
Yeah, the $12 are $1.02. I think that's what I was looking at. But really, you want to be in the, you know.
Might not be a bad bet.
Yeah. Might be too far out of the money. I think ideally you want to be in the, well, at $30 you're going to pay $8.25. But if those things go to 10, they'll be worth 2. It's just not very good risk reward for me.
At least you did a put spread.
Yeah.
Still not cheap. Okay.
All right. Still playing the play. Come on, baby. Get on up there. So if we get up to the 61.8, 258 roughly, then my entry will be probably below that little wick right there. So 246. Just got to wait for it to launch up there. But I was thinking, man, what if we just came to the top of the CPR, which we just tagged, 252.25. And that was it. Yeah, we got 4 minutes left on this 5-minute candle, so my guess is we go up a little bit higher. We got same amount of time. Oh, no, we don't. The 15-minute has same amount of time. Little potential reversal on the 1 minute, which I never liked, but it's there. Maybe I should like it. So 232. Wow, that could have been a good entry for the long. I should say potential sell area, huh? Move my stuff out of the way here. Okay. So I'm going to just create one right there. I don't want to get hit yet. I'd like to see it get up to 258 or close there, and close 257 would be fine. And then I'll slide this guy right below there. Actually, I'll actually take a little more risk out of the way and take it down to 244. Because the next 5-minute candle, if it breaches the prior wick, which hopefully it will be a short if they follow the rules. Probably also might as well look for a short on the Qs too, if I get taken. Let's see, QQQs. Let's go to 5 minute. There we go. Oh, I got taken, huh? Probably didn't want to get taken if I was watching instead of looking up, so I probably would have moved out of the way. The thought being, because we didn't get to the 61.8 here, this could just be a little fake move down and then pump back up to the 61.8. So all right, see if we can drop down below this little trend line here. Where do I like that? Right there? Yep. We could come back up to entry and close that gap. I might want to take $200 here. I'll let it ride. What the hell? It's only prop firm. It's only an eval. Come on down, baby. Let's just waterfall it. Okay, this would be a point of potential move up. We came down to support right at 228. It's a point I use to look for bounces. We have the going to be leave a little 1 minute gap fill, I think, or gap. No, it almost closed it. 240. What did we get up to? About 239? No. The high, yeah, 240. Oh, it cleared it. The low, 241. Yep. Got within a point. Okay. Now, mind you, I talked about this trade 30 minutes ago, 32 minutes ago. Before this, even before this red candle. I was talking about it at this candle, I think. So far it's playing out. No guarantees it'll continue, but if we drop below 227, then I say it's on. They might scare me and make me take $100 here. Actually, it'd be less than that. Probably gonna look at. So I talked Kaka, and what happens? They came up and said, "Hey, you don't know what the hell we're gonna do." Almost on cue, huh? Almost on cue.
Yeah, unbelievable how that happened.
Yep. Come on, baby. Work with me. You know, we didn't get to, because we didn't get to that 61.8. Damn it. All right, I'm going to have to put a stop in at 246. I just got this prop from down from the IB trades. Come on. Let's move it. Back below the 1 minute weighted. There we go. There we go. Whew. All right. I'll probably lock in something now. We do need to get below. I do need to get below that 225, I think it is. I think I said last time 227. 225. Let's get below that. I'm feeling pretty good. All right, we're back below the 1 minute. Where's VWAP? VWAP is down at 171, a little ways away. There we go. All right, so I'm just trying to get to the 38.2 now, around 200. If I can get 204, I'd be happy with that. Basically, give me 40 points. It's also the bottom of a 5 minute gap fill, or 5 minute gap at 207, 206 something. But I just want the 38.2 to take one off, and then I can just leave the other one go. Okay, so I'll go into protect mode a little bit. At least to there. And I'll go here, unfortunately. All right, maybe it's not going to work out. Getting a lot of 5 minute wicks. If I look at the 5 minute chart, all right, I'm gonna get rid of the fibs just to clean the charts up a little bit. You can see we're leaving downward wicks on the 5 minute. See how that plays out. They're trying to push it down. Just let me see where the buyers are. Yeah, buyers stepped in. $248.50. And 258. Just trying to be patient and let the trade kind of play out if we can. Trying to stay out of the way of all these moves, retracements. So what I would do next on my 2-minute chart here is to put a little down move in here, put something like that. Okay, I'll go back to a 2-minute. Move this out of the way. I'll move this up here. Something like that. I'll close my stop down to the 1-minute weighted right now. We got here's a 5-minute buy gap right there. It's already been punctured and gone almost all the way to the bottom. Not quite. I think we got it to right there, as by this candle here. So let's see if we can blow on through that. 206.50. There you go. It's just going to be slow, I guess. Slow move. Okay. Can you guys hear that blower? Michael?
A little bit.
Okay. Sorry, he'll be done in a second. Blue Quaint, the hardest part for me is riding the fluctuations and keeping my confidence. Slow is harder than fast. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think it's tough on everybody. Trying to stay out of the way. I mean, you want to capture profit, right? You want to make sure you don't, especially with NQ, because of the retracements and stuff that it does. It's just crazy. You know, especially if you're up, let's say you're up $500 and it retraces, so you're only up 100. I mean, you get kind of frustrated and you're like, shit, let me take that. Which is what I did, right? I ended up taking $100 instead of keeping my stops up, not having the confidence. Okay. Yeah. No, it's absolutely, it's the toughest thing. You know, and that's why a lot of people will, you know, encourage some people, you know, in the beginning is to have targets. You know, and to have the 10, like have a 10-point target, have a 20-point target, and then be happy with that. Right? Or you can do what I started out to do was, you know, is put 2 contracts on, take 10 points, and then let the other one, you know, if you have a 10-point stop, if you set your first one to 10 points, that's $200. You set your 10-point stop, that's $200. So if anything, you kind of break even, right? And then just let them play out. Yeah, I mean, and especially just starting out, if people are just starting out trading, I would encourage targets. And then after a while, you start saying, well, shoot, my system is pretty strong. You know, I might get taken out here just by moving my stop down. You know, my system, my strategy is pretty decent. You know, and I'm missing, you know, instead of taking, I'm only taking 10 and 20, but my strategy sets up for like 40 or 50. Then there becomes a time in your journey that you're in that you say, okay, I'm gonna let this baby run, because I do have confidence in my strategy. And it just takes time to get there. All right, there's a move back above the 1 minute weighted and across that trend line. Retesting that 50. If we come back down and retest this, I might take a long there. So what we did, probably should have had this up there too. Where did we come down to? 78.6 and reverse. Right? Almost to the tick. Maybe it was to the tick. I actually did not plot that. I did not see that. And I should have taken it. Why should I have taken that? Because the trend is up. We're up 207 points, right? I should be taking these breaks. I should have taken this long here at 229, even though I only got 254, so 25 points out of it. You know, and I probably would have taken 10 points. That's fine, but you're playing with the trend. This was a counter trend that I took. This one, we're breaking back above a pretty decent trend line on the 5-minute. You know, even if I make this for the 2-minute, you know, you're still 238. It's still a right play on the long, even if it comes back down, because the trend is up. Let me get rid of some of this crap now. But anyway, this is probably one of my favorite plays. Is this move up and then a drop down? Well, we didn't get the drop down. So strong day today. Potentially we're moving up. We'll see. So far we've just come up to the 50% on this move up. Double top. There's potential for it to come back down still. I got a question where I would get back in at. Okay, we're coming down to retest that. So now my long, I would probably get long again at 246. And then I would get short again. Wow. Unfortunately, it's going to have to be down here below 217. Now, if I'm aggressive, 2-minute chart, then I'm taking the short right here. But I just don't like it. Actually, I would take the short right here. Now I drop down to one target, one contract because I'm not confident on it. 246 long, probably 247, and that would be my little setup. I would take either one, the long and the short of it. Price is bullish. It is in discount zone. It will rock at least to 20. I'm not sure what that says. It will go to at least 20,399. Oh, okay, gotcha. Up higher. Yep. Okay. Godspeed. Is this Mr. Potts? Okay. Sounds like you're writing. I don't think I can see. No. All right, we got a 1-minute gap fill down at 241. Okay, close that gap. The 5-minute gap's already been filled. I would like to stay above the 1 minute weighted moving average at right here where we're at. $239. That was close. Yep. Oh, come on now. Get back up there. Oh, should take me out. $235. Got some sellers. Got a reversal candle. The 5-minute. 248. So target 1 is 20,200 roughly. Target 2 is 172, and target 3 would be about 145. Let's go there. Okay. Coming back up to that 5-minute buy gap again. And after that, I think we're pretty clear on the 1 and 5s. Let me check real quick. Here's the 1 minute. Yep, pretty clear. All right, up 600 or so. Oh, boy, I don't like that. So this is something we started talking about in 11:55. The only thing they did was come back up and retest that, which you don't see too often. But I still, for the most part, got my setup the way I wanted it to. And right now we hit target 1 to 38.2 at 20,200. The next one is the 50% fib at 172. So I'd like to at least try to get to there. 50%, 172. They did a little whoop-de-doo on me. I wasn't ready for it, but I still entered in a pretty decent area up here at 234. Right? Come on, if you don't like that, you don't like trading. Oh, this is the 1 minute. Let's go back to the 2 minute. There we go. Filling some gaps in. Retested that 1 hour trend line right there. We respected it here. Testing it here. Hopefully we don't blow back above that. And this is why I guess I should have had some targets out there and should have took targets. Arg. All right, we do have a 5 minute sell gap up to 234. I mean, we could go up in 234 and still come back down. The 1 minute is closed at 220. So we just closed that, pretty close. Got the high of 218.50. The low was 220. Got within 2 points. That's where I was trying to hide it, just slightly above that. I don't know if that's going to help. Oh. No, don't do that. All right, let me get to NQ over here. Let me put my fib right there. All right. So next target, we did close below the 38.2 on a 5 minute chart. So my next target down is the 173. 173. So if I take it here at 299 or 199, that gives 27 points. It's not bad. I'm just setting up other charts, other accounts to take short. Potential shorts. All right, nice candle here. That was a beauty. $204. Hopefully he doesn't come up and get me. I might need to go just a tad higher. 225. The high was 220. My low is 220.25. Might be close enough. All right, hopefully we won't go any higher. Let me move this guy out of the way so we can see that wick. There we go. Oh, oh. All right, we poked our head way up there. Hopefully that was good enough for the 5 minute. I'm going to add one right here. If it gets down there. Come on. I'll move my stop down a little more, at least so I can get 200 bucks out of this. Okay, that might be it. So 229, 230. So 230, 234. So we have a 5-minute sell gap right here. I'm going to delete this buy gap. Maybe that was just another little fakey out. Get people short. What time is it? Okay, getting to be crunch time. Come on, market, let's get one more good trade in. Mr. Market. Come on now. Let's go. You can do it. Should have been right there was where I should have been short, actually, at 23. That would have been the better place to be short. I'm going to reduce my risk a little bit. Go ahead and get punched out at 21. Yep. You can drop it. I will jump back in. Oh, you sucker fish. Yeah, don't do that to me. Come on. Come on. It's a 5-minute telling us. I can do anything. Okay, 05. Come on, let's get down to 05. At least go 5. That's funny. Come on, give it to me. There we go. All right, what do we want to be? 149, right? That would be great if we could get there. Come on now. As you can see, we left a 1-minute gap up to 210. Just no Momo. As they say, play the Momo till it's no mo. Unfortunately, our Momo is fading. $15. Yeah, I like 15. Where are we at here? Time's running out.
Of a million screens.
Let's go.
Futures in the markets unseen. Price action whispers, Fibonacci screams. Gonna make money, no tilted dreams. Clicking and scrolling every ticket line. Charts unfolded like a poet's rhyme. Nasdaq futures, don't waste my time. Green candles rise and let's climb, let's climb. On the edge of glory, trading in the night. Every candle tells a story, money's tight. No fear, no tilt, just the thrill of the fight. Price action, rule book, Fibonacci might. Sweating each second in the digital glow. Markets wild, riding highs, riding lows. Futures unfolding like a thunderstorm show. Let that profit rain, let me feel it
All right, I'm going to call it a day. It was a good morning. Not so good in the afternoon. I switched over. That one account I tried to play the IB 5 strong at, it was down 1,900. I'm only down 900 now, so I made a little bit of it back. I'll try to make the rest of it back later today. And yeah, it was just an eval. Who cares? $30, $35. So, any rate, I still think there's potential for us to come down, but we're strong. 207. ES is still up 39 points. The Dow's up 350. I mean, yeah, the question is how low can we go? And I don't know that answer. So I'm going to call it good here. Have a good weekend. I'm going to be ended up green for the week, which is all I look forward to on Friday. And hope you guys have a great weekend. And we'll see you on Monday. If I can remember how to close out. All right. Going to play the Fibonacci ending soon.
Riding the lightning of a million screens, chasing futures in the markets unseen. Price action whispers, Fibonacci screams, gonna make money, no tilted dreams. Clicking and scrolling every ticking line, charts unfolding like a poet's rhyme. NASDAQ futures, don't waste my time. Green candles rising, let's climb, let's climb. On the edge of glory, trading in the night. Every candle tells a story, money's tight. No fear, no tilt, just the thrill of the fight. Price action, rule book, Fibonacci might. Sweating each second in the digital glow. Markets wild, riding highs, riding lows. Futures unfolding like a thunderstorm show. Let that profit rain, let me feel it flow. NASDAQ dreamers, don't give up, no way. Price charts got us every single day. Money on the line, no time to play. Fibonacci's wisdom, show us the way. On the edge of glory, trading in the night. Every candle tells a story, money's tight. No fear, no tilt, just the thrill of the fight. Price action, rule book, Fibonacci might. NASDAQ dreamers, don't give up, no way. Price charts got us every single day. Money on the line, no time to play. Fibonacci's wisdom, show us the way. On the edge of glory, trading in the night. Every candle tells a story, money's tight. No fear, no tilt, just the thrill of the fight. Price action, rule book, Fibonacci might. Riding the lightning of a million screens, chasing futures in the markets unseen. Price action whispers, Fibonacci screams, gonna make money, no tilted dreams. Clicking and scrolling every ticking line, charts unfolding like a poet's rhyme. NASDAQ futures, don't waste my time. Green candles rising, let's climb, let's climb. On the edge of glory, trading